Today I'm going to share with you exactly how I created fulfillment in my life after, for a very long time, just going through the motions, feeling like there wasn't much meaning to my life, and just feeling so lost and stuck with my life and what I want to do with myself. And it was a really crappy place. That's why I want to share this with you guys here today. You're probably watching this because maybe you're just burnt out at your job. You've created external success in your life. You followed a path that people told you should have followed. And now you're stuck here sitting and thinking, well, what's the point of all this? I'm not fulfilled. I don't know what I want to do with myself. I'm not really that happy. What's next? This is going to be the training for you. My name is Caden. I'm the CEO and founder of Coach Hayward. I'm a transformational success coach, and I've been able to do this with myself, and I'm going to share this exactly how you can do the same. So let's talk about my story. So for me, it all started back when I was really, really, really young, and essentially it really hit me though in high school. And I remember just waking up one day and just going through the motions, and I was just reflecting on a lot, and I didn't like my body. I didn't like myself. I didn't like how I felt about myself. I was super, super insecure. I was dressing and acting like my friends. And I had these goals. I had these dreams, like ideas at the time, you could call them. But I never really took them serious. I was more so living the logical way. You know, I was like, okay, well, this is what society says. This is what my parents say. This is what the teachers say. I should probably follow them, right? And it's like that little kid in me was slowly dying. The dreams, the excitement of life. It was almost like school was just kind of taking that away slowly and slowly and slowly. And then this kind of went on for a very, very long time. Until at one point in my life, I discovered two things. And the two things were, number one, the gym. The gym, because not for the gym itself, but for what it did for me, which installed massive amounts of confidence and even more self-belief. And then number two was finding out about the universal laws, and specifically the law of attraction. These two things in my life caused a unbelievable ripple effect that changed my entire future. If I did not discover those two things and the story that led from that, I would probably not be here today at all. No, in fact, I would not be here today at all. And I would not be creating this. In fact, I'd probably be going through the motions again still in life, super unfulfilled, probably super depressed as well, all because I wasn't following my calling. And that's what I want to share with you guys here today, is that if you're feeling unfulfillment, if you're stressed out, you're burnt out in your life, look at it as a sign of misalignment with your true calling. And let's break that down. So first of all, what does it mean to not be fulfilled in life? What does it mean to not have fulfillment in your life? It means that you're not waking up as a full bucket of water, right? You're waking up as a half empty, we'll say, not even half full, half empty bucket of water. Like something is missing, right? Like you're not getting the full human experience. It's like you buy a chocolate bar, but you're only getting maybe half of it or a quarter. Something is missing. Right? That's how I look at lack of fulfillment, is that something is not filling us up fully, right? And again, maybe you have it externally. So maybe you have some external success that kind of fills up your bucket, but there's still something missing internally. And I truly believe that is the calling. We're not following our intuition, our gut, our soul. We're not following that piece. So yeah, we have the external success, right? We have things externally might be going good, but internally, that thing, whatever you want to call it, I call it my soul, that thing is missing. We're not listening to it. We're not paying attention to it. And that's what we're going to break down here today. So how I did this is how I created fulfillment in my life is, number one, realizing that I'm so much more. I'm so much more than this human experience. When I realized that I am a soul and there is so much more to this, there is the beyond, that caused so much excitement in my life. And it led me on a journey of self-exploration and finding out about myself to the deepest, deepest levels. And the very first thing I did in my life, the very first thing, and this is going to be the main topic for today, but the thing that I did personally that helped me create fulfillment in my life is I found my calling. I found my calling in life. I found what my unique purpose is here. I found out, what do I genuinely want to create? What do I want to do? Now, I don't know if this is a masculine thing or whatever, but all I know is that long story short, when I created a mission in my life, when I created a dream in my life, and I knew that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, that's what created fulfillment. That day and so forth, that created fulfillment. It caused me to wake up every single day to work towards this mission, which 9 years later, I'm still working towards this mission, this dream of mine. And it is my biggest obsession. It's the thing I think about nonstop, and it wakes me up every single day with full life. Doesn't mean that it's happy every single day. There's ups and downs, but actually I'm living life now. Rather than just going through the motions, knowing what's going to be next, the predictable life. Now it's exciting. It's fulfilling. I just cannot wait every single day, every single week to watch the needle move forward on this dream and this goal. And that's the biggest thing I want to share with you here today, is that we all have that. You have it as well. We all have that inner calling, that dream, that soul's mission, whatever you want to call it. We all have it. We all have it. But most of us don't listen to it, because I think that society and the way that we're brought up is that we're taught to listen to the logical mind, the animal mind. But what is the animal mind? The animal mind is based off of like comparison, a hierarchy game. It's based off of, if you're good enough or not good enough. It's based off of scarcity, fear, doubt, anxiety, our animal programming, we could call it. And then there's the other side of us, though, the higher self, the higher mind, and that's kind of like your intuition, your soul, that piece inside of you, that piece that speaks to you. Most of us are brought up to not listen to that piece. No, you cannot follow your highest excitements. You cannot follow your dreams and goals because that's not realistic. Pick something a little more safe, right? All common words that we've probably all heard, all common phrases that we've probably all heard. And over time, it's like we go through school and we get brought up to kill off our dreams. But in reality, all of us want to go back to that childhood state where you're in the moment, you're not judging people, you're just focusing on having fun, excitement, and finding the next fun thing. When you feel pain, you move on fast, you don't suffer because you don't hold on to things, and you're just fully in the moment, in the present moment, in that flow. I think a lot of us want to get back to that. But we're told that that doesn't exist, and that's not real life, and you've got to work to survive, and you got to do all these things. And you recognize, or I hope you recognize, that it's all these rules that people made up. It's all these things that were programmed into us. But what you got to realize is that you are so much more than that. You are the sky, and this programming is just little clouds that you can pick out one by one. And that's why the gym, the combination of the gym and the universal laws changed my entire life, because the gym allowed me to build the confidence to actually pursue this journey and my dream and my calling. And the universal laws allowed me to get in tune again with my real self, to find my soul, to get connected with my soul, my calling, and my path, and to make my dream a reality. To realize that those things that were always in my mind that excite me most about life, that I thought about, that I've always wanted, like living by the beach, traveling around the world, all these things, helping people follow their dreams, helping people, tap into their real potential, their power, creating their dream selves. All these things that I've wanted to do since a very young child, realizing that those are in you for a reason. It's not like everybody has those same exact things. Those are there for you, uniquely you. And they're there for a reason. It's not nonsense. Those are there for a specific reason. And throughout your entire life, I bet most of you were probably told that it's not realistic. Don't follow it. You got to pick something a little more safe, secure, right? A lot of parents might have pushed you. Your parents might have pushed you in a certain direction and stuff like that. It's not their fault, by the way. But I'm assuming that's probably what happened, right? And now you're waking up. You're going through the motions. There's no spark left. There's not really much fulfillment. Life is boring. And you're not really much excited like you are when you're a child. Right? Maybe materialistic things might excite you temporarily, but it quickly goes away. I understand. I was there. And the biggest reason why is because you need to follow your inner calling. You need to follow that inner peace inside you that's been screaming this whole time that we haven't been listening to. Yeah, you listen to your logical mind. That's great. And it's got you to where you're at right now. But if you truly want to find that fulfillment, if you want to actually really start living life, follow that inner calling. And that's what I did, is I followed that inner calling. I realized that I don't want to go do what other people want me to go do. I want to go do what I want to do in my life. I want to create what I want to create. I have one life and I have this big, massive, massive dream, this massive mission. And I have the decision to either go for that with no expectations, no idea of what's next, but just go for that and follow that faith, follow that intuition, follow that soul. Or I can play it based off my logical mind. I play it safe. I could be scared and take action based off scarcity. I could be doubtful, right? And I could listen to that voice. But that path is so predictable. It's not exciting. It's just safety. And that's what I'm trying to tell you is that most of us, we take action based off of scarcity or worry or doubt. And that's why we keep getting more and more of the same. So if you're someone who right now, if this is you where you're unfulfilled, you're stuck in life, that's the biggest thing I can share with you that changed my entire life is number one, get clear on a mission or a dream. What genuinely excites you most about life or your future? If there was no strings attached, if there's no limitations, what would you love to wake up to every single day? What does that look like? And then make the decision to commit the rest of your life to making that come true. And that will make you feel the most alive you've ever felt, the most fulfilled, and that will take you on your own personal hero's journey. And that's what the world needs you to do, okay? Because everyone else is playing it safe. Everyone else is playing by the game. But look around. So many people are unhappy. So many people lost that spark and they're unfulfilled. And that's why we need people like you right now, the courageous ones, the curious ones who are watching these videos. And then we need you to follow that dream, to show the world that you actually can do it. When I did this, I had no idea how it was going to work. And I had so many fears, money fears, being judged, all these things. But the mission, the dream was so powerful, I couldn't deny it. I made it so real in my mind. I became so obsessed over it that I couldn't deny it anymore. I had to make it come true. It was everything to me. So this is the advice I would give you again. Number one, find your inner calling. Go within. Don't look external. Go within. Find what excites me most. If money, all these rules didn't exist, what would I love to do every single day of my life? Don't set limitations on yourself, by the way. Allow yourself to dream. Get super clear on that. And then realize how important it is to you by recognizing how powerful and amazing and unbelievably good it would feel to actually be there. And weigh it out. Okay, this weighs 1,000 tons. That's how important and powerful this is. Okay, well then, how much does it weigh for me to not do this? Oh my gosh. If I don't make that dream come true, how would that make me feel? What would that be like? If I only have one life right near as this human self, and I have this potential dream that could be real, what is the cost of me going to do that? Right? So is it more important for me to make sure everybody likes me so I don't go for the dream? Does that weigh heavier than this dream? No, not at all. Okay, well then it doesn't matter what people think about me anymore. Well, what about financial stress? Should I let financial stress hold me back from this dream? Well, no, this dream would pay more for it. This dream would pay off way bigger and beyond than this current financial stress. Okay, that can't stop me then. Okay, fear of failure. Well, honestly, it's up to you. Fear of failure is up to you. I truly believe in my heart that dream is put in you for a reason and it can come into fruition if you're willing to become the person who has that dream already now. And that's what I coach people to do. That's what I help people do. Okay? Because you got to understand that the person you want to be, the only difference is they believe differently about themselves. Therefore, they think, they feel, and they act differently, and therefore they get different results in their lives. That's it. There's nothing else about it. So you can actually become that person. So make the dream extremely powerful. Make the dream so big and powerful that it scares you and excites you. And it's so heavily weighed on you that you almost can't go for it. Or that you almost cannot not go for it. That it's so exciting, so powerful that the world needs it so much that it's like, it's everything for you. Because I remember when I was younger, I made the decision. I said, my dream's going to come true or I will die. There's no in between. My dream is everything, and I'm going to make it happen no matter what. And on the journey to accomplishing my dreams, I've had the worst of the worst happen. I've had things happen in my life where I thought, okay, this is done. I'm done. I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to have to restart. And I would keep following that dream, that calling. And God, the universe, the world, it worked out every time. It worked out better than I could ever imagine. And it still does. So have the big dream and make sure it weighs very heavy. Okay? And get clear on that calling. And then make the decision to make it come true. All in. No plan Bs. All in. The dream is the one big thing that you're going to work on and dedicate the rest of your time here to. So make it big enough. Make the mission big enough. And then lastly, I would say is build up the courage and self-belief to go for it. Because you might be accomplishing step number 1 and 2. Okay, Caden, I've got the dream. I know what I want to do. If money and stuff didn't exist and all this other stuff didn't exist, these rules, I know what it is that I want. And I'm very clear on it. Okay, so I have that. And it's very important to me. But I don't know where to start. I'm too scared of failing, or I don't know what to do. Okay, now you're acting like your current self. You're not acting like who you want to be. All right? So the last step is you got to build unstoppable self-belief and confidence in yourself. The gym has helped that with me. Sticking to my promises has helped that with me. But also changing the beliefs I have about myself. I used to struggle with core beliefs limiting beliefs of it's never enough. I'm not good enough. Those limiting beliefs had to go if I want to create this new version of myself. So go on the pursuit of yourself. Master yourself to the highest extent. And become the person you need to be so what you want happens as a side effect. And that's the training for today, is that if you want to find fulfillment in your life, if you want to get back that spark, create the dream, the mission, and go on the massive pursuit of self possible. Create the best absolute version of yourself, however that looks, right? Everyone's different. But create the best possible version of yourself, have a big, massive mission and dream that weighs extremely heavily, and go all in to make it happen. And don't look back. Keep focused on where you want to go. And I promise you, that will give you the fulfillment that you're looking for. And the second thing, you will live the best life ever, and you will become somebody that you've always dreamed about being. I did it for my own life. I started where I had nothing. I quit all my jobs because this calling was pulling at me so bad. I went to my parents' basement. I built my dream body. I studied myself for years and years and years. I reprogrammed all of my past limiting beliefs, old fears, doubts, all this crap that I had in my mind. Reprogrammed all that. Created amazing new relationships. Create my dream business. And now I'm on the pursuit of creating my next endeavor. This business here right now. And it's all tied into the one thing. The one dream that I've always had this whole time. And this path has made me feel so alive, so excited about life, a massive lover of life. And I want the same for you as well. Because the world needs you to follow your dreams. The world needs you to become the greatest version of you possible. And those two things, the dream and the greatest version of you, they go hand in hand. So that's the training for today, is if you're someone who's lacking fulfillment and purpose, and you're burnt out and stuck, this is your calling. This is your calling right now, to go on the pursuit of self, get clear on that inner calling, that dream, and go all in to make it happen, because it's worth every single thing. I promise.